Chapter 22. I'm going to tell you a story, Melody's father said, and I want you to let me finish before you ask any questions, okay? Okay, said Melody. Are you sure you want to do this, Henry Beebe asked. You don't have to, you know. Yes, I do, said Melody's father. He began by telling Melody that one day, about a month or so before she was born, her mother had told him she wanted to go for a drive out in the country to get some fresh air. I remember she was wearing a yellow dress that day, Melody's father said, because her belly was so big by then. Instead of trying to squeeze into our little VW Bug, we decided to ask her grandfather if we could borrow his car. The car was brand new, right off the lot. Melody's mother and father had climbed into the shiny white sedan and headed off for what was supposed to have been an impromptu drive in the country. I should have known your mother was up to something, said Melody's father. Melody's mother had read an article in the paper about a puppy mill out near Clover Hitch that had fallen on hard times. Your mother loves animals, Mel, especially dogs. And she had this idea that a family wasn't complete without one. I'd never owned a pet and did my best to talk her out of it, but she was a force to be reckoned with, just like you. The paper had run a picture along with the article, and in it there was a tiny brown and white puppy with pointy ears and bowed legs. Your mother got her heart set on having that dog, and I couldn't bear to disappoint her. A few hours later, when we got back to Royal, she was sitting in the back seat, panting and wagging his... He was sitting in the back seat, panting and wagging his curled-up little tail. He was the runt of the litter, all skin and bones, but your mother fattened him up in no time at all. She spoiled him rotten. Melody had managed to listen quietly up to this point in the story, but she had to ask, did something happen to the puppy? Hang on, said her father. We'll get to that, I promise. He explained that Melody's mother had been crazy about the dog. Her eyes lit up every time she saw him, and clearly the feeling was mutual. He followed her everywhere she went. Melody's father paused. The next part of the story would be hard for him to tell. The day you were born, I was so busy trying to take care of you and your mother, I forgot all about the dog. I didn't feed him or walk him, and when he came upstairs looking for your mother, I scolded him and told him to go away. You were overwhelmed, said Beebe. Yes, said Melody's father. You were so tiny, Mel, and your poor mother, he shook his head. I couldn't handle it. So a few days later, when a kind friend stepped in and offered to take care of the dog, just for a little while, I thought it would be best for everyone if I let him go. Just for a little while, though, right? Asked Melody. That was the original plan, but then that little while turned into a long while, and... You left him there, Dad? He was in good hands, better hands than mine would have been. But he must have been wondering where you were and what had happened to Mom, said Melody. Her father looked at Beebe again. I wouldn't have said anything, Henry, Beebe told him. I gave you my word. I know, Beebe, and I truly appreciate everything you've done. But I promised Melody I wouldn't keep any more secrets from her. What are you talking about? Asked Melody. What secret? A few weeks ago, this same friend called me up on the phone and told me she was moving back here to Royal, Melody's father said. Did she bring the dog with her? Asked Melody anxiously. Her father nodded. He's here. Melody's anxiety instantly turned to excitement. Can we go see him? What's his name? If it had been up to me, I would have picked something literary like Tolstoy or Hemingway, but he was your mother's dog. She wanted to name him after one of her favorite composers. Brahms, guessed Melody, remembering the name written on the tape. No, said her father. Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart. Melody laughed. That's an awfully long name for a little puppy. That's why we gave him a nickname, said her father, handing Melody the blue box. Inside, between two squares of soft cotton, was a tarnished silver chain. Melody lifted out of the box and read the name inscribed on the little heart-shaped pendant. Mo. Chapter 23. Mo was not happy. Why had the tall woman felt the need to give him a bath that morning? What was so special about today that required he be any cleaner than he had been the day before? He hoped she would make it up to him later by cooking him something nice for supper. It was the least she could do after what he had been through. Once he was sure the coast was clear, he crawled out from under the bed and went into the kitchen for a drink of water. When he was done, he lifted his nose and sniffed. The scent of new cut grass was stronger than ever. Cocking his head to one side, he listened intently. Someone was coming. The door opened, and as soon as he saw the girl standing there, it all came rushing back to him. The large woman with her hair spread out on the pillow like a halo behind her, the thin man with glasses, and the small gray bundle on the bed. At least it looked gray to Mo, of course. He thought, that's who this girl was, the bundle, now standing before him, no longer small, but still smelling sweetly of new-cut grass. The light caught in her long yellow hair, and when she threw back her head and laughed, Mo's breath quickened and his heart began to race. She opened her hand, and there was the heart-shaped pendant dangling from her fingers on the silver chain. Mo heard the jingle-jangle and knew where he was meant to be. The girl looked at him with wide eyes. It's you, she whispered. Then she ran to him and threw her arms around his neck. The phone call B.B. Churchill had made that day at the Frosty Boy while the real estate agent waited outside had been to Melody's father. She wanted to ask if it would be a problem for him if she and Mo came to live in Royal. It had been a long time since they had spoken, and Henry Bishop admitted that he had never told Melody about the dog because he thought it might upset her. Bibi had promised to keep his secret. The only reason she had let Teeny Nilsson visit Mo was because she knew Teeny wouldn't have any way to make a connection between Melody and Mo. Later, when Teeny and Melody showed up at the beehive together and Teeny asked to see the dog again, Bibi didn't want to take any chances. She had promised Henry his secret was safe with her. Melody and her father were both grateful to Bibi for taking such good care of Mo. It was my pleasure, she told them, but now it's time for him to go home. But he's your dog, said Melody. Just for a little while, said Bibi. That was the deal. Even Mo knows that. It's clear from the way he's looking at you. He's been waiting for you to come and find him all along. Won't you miss him, Melody asked. Sure I will, but he can come visit anytime. I'll be right here. And to tell you the truth, I've always been more of a cat person. Melody had no idea. Mrs. James, the pharmacist's sister, has a cat who just had a litter of kittens. Maybe you could have one of them. I might just take a walk over there later on today and have a look, said Bibi. Melody's father was staring at her. It's uncanny how much you look like your mother in that thing, he said, pointing to her hair. In all the excitement, Melody had completely forgotten about the wig. While she went and put it back in the closet, excuse me, Bibi gathered up Mo's things, and Melody's father loaded her bike into Esmeralda's trunk, tying it closed with a rope. You're a good boy, Mo, Bibi said, scratching him under the chin. Come by whenever you like. I promise to make you chicken and dumplings and never give you a bath again. The next thing he knew, Mo was sitting in the back seat of the old white car. The thin man with glasses kept glancing in the rearview mirror at him, and the little girl sang, You are my sunshine, my only sunshine, in a high, clear voice as they headed down the road together toward home. Melody's nail polish names. 1. Silver Linings. 2. Cherry Pie. 3. Esmeralda City. 4. Pink Frosting. 5. Queen Anne's Lace. 6. Red Badge of Courage. 7. Holy Moly. 8. Ginger Snap. 9. Shooting Star. 10. Ectoplasmic Ooze. 11. Maple Syrup. 12. Daffodil. 13. Hot Cocoa. 14. Kitten Nose. 15. Fancy Fingers. 16. Cinnamon Sugar. 17. Wintergreen. 18. White Cap. 19. Moonlight. 20. Royal Plum. 21. Your Majesty. 22. Glamour Puss. 23. Blue Jay. 24. Sunset. 25. A Whisper of Smoke. 26. Wild Berry Skittles. 27. Watermelon. 28. Ladybug. 29. Tutti Frutti. 30. Sea Glass. 31. Let's Go Kokomo. 32. Toasted Marshmallow. 33. Rosy Cheeks. 34. Starburst. 35. Snow Angel. 36. Pacific Ocean. 37. Ripe Papaya. 38. Pillow Fight. 39. Root Beer Dum Dum. 40. Cotton Candy. 41. Slumber Party. 42. Dandelion. 43. Confetti. 44. Swimming Pool. 45. Whipped Cream. 46. Sweet Dreams. 47. Pearly Gates. 48. Icicle. 49. Pink Lemonade. 50. Love Bug. 51. Grape Jelly. 52. Queen of Hearts. 53. Eureka. 54. Teeny's Tutu. 55. Surf's Up. 56. April Showers. 57. Mayflowers. 58. Red Licorice. 59. Orange Marmalade. 60. Seashell. 61. Lemon Drop. 62. Raspberry Jam. 63. White Tulips. 64. Banana Split. 65. Pink Flamingo. 66. Diamond Ring. 67. String of Pearls. 68. Cool as a Cucumber. 69. Tidal Wave. 70. Red Hots. 71. Be Mine Valentine. 72. Fireworks. 73. All That Glitters. 74. Candy Apple. 75. Wild Strawberries. 76. Little Red Wagon. 77. Christmas Tinsel. 78. Candy Kiss. 79. Pot of Gold. 80. Snow Globe. 81. Lucky Penny. 82. Zippity Doodah. 83. Sweet Potato. 84. Fire Engine. 85. Roses Are Red. 86. Silver Mullet. 87. Milk Dud. 88. Midas Touch. 89. Kaboom. 90. Velveeta. 91. Tomato Soup. 92. Brahms Intermezzo. 93. Fuzzy Pink Slippers. 94. Fireball. 95. Creamsicle. 96. Esmeralda. 97. Orange You Glad to See Me. 98. Silver Heart. 99. Annabelle's Bubble. 100. You Are My Sunshine. 101. Honey.